Okay, since I am logged in as Adams, then all the changes that I made in the last video did work correctly. And when I reboot the system, I'm automatically logged in as Adams. You may only want to consider doing this if you're in an environment when you know you're not going to have anyone else in the area. I want to show you how I did the automatic login, because the last time I was in the right directory and I was working with the right file. I just needed to do one more thing. So let's try that again. I will cd to /etc, do an ls, and you'll see that it's not showing everything. So let's do it again. Directory I want to look at is light DM, which is right here, which is the light display manager. This is one we use with XFCE. I'm having trouble talking and figuring out what to type next. Okay. I do an ls here, and there's the lightdm.conf. So I'll do the substitute user vi lightdm.conf, and you go down to line 125 or so, and you'll find a line that looked like this. We had the # autologin. Just do an X to delete that, so that activates that, and then you add your username after the equals. No spaces. And before that, insert this line that has a left bracket, seat with capital S, colon, star, asterisk, and a right parentheses. That's all you have to do to that file. Then you back up one directory, go back up to /etc, do an ls again, and then you want to go into the directory that says GNU Display Manager 3, GDM. Is that right? I'm sorry. Let me look at my notes here. No, PAMD. Oh, I'm sorry. This directory here, PAMD. So cd into it. Do an ls. There's a bunch of files here. You want to edit the one that says lightdm autologin. This one right here. This file right here. So I'm going to substitute user do vi lightdm -autologin. And there is a line here. It's line 11 in this file that has allow access without authentication. This first line here that says off, and then it says something like user not equal to root. I want to go to that line, go to the front of it, and then insert the #sign. I want to comment that out so that it is no longer exercised. Save the file. Now I have everything in place. If I do a reboot, when the system comes back up, it will log me in automatically in the state that I left the system the last time. So whatever windows you had open, you're going to get those recreated in the same size and position. Next thing I want to do is go back here, and if I go back up one level, besides root, there's two accounts, myself and Lichee Pi. Since I'm the only one using this system, I'm not interested in backdoors or whatever. I'm going to remove the user Lichee Pi. And the way you do that is you do a sudo delete user minus remove all files with the appropriate dashes, and then Lichee Pi. Make sure you have everything typed in correctly here, and then I do return, looking for files to back up, removing files, removing cron tab, removing user. Done. So if I go back up one level to /home, do an ls, it should have removed Lichee Pi. So I'll just do that. You know what? Let's try one other thing. There's a delete user, remove home. Says the user doesn't exist. Okay. Let's look at what's in Lichee Pi. Still those two files. Let's do this. Sudo remove recursively Lichee Pi. Now Lichee Pi is gone. There should be no files or reference to Lichee Pi whatsoever. So let's go to /etc and let's grep everybody. Grep for Lichee Pi, everybody. Ignore warning errors. Didn't remove it from the backups, which doesn't bother me, but it should have deleted them from the backups. Lichee Pi no longer exists in group, password, sub group ID, and user ID files. Only in the backups, which are ignored. They're just there in case I need to recreate from previous state. So we're good to go. Let's look at our disk usage. Still at 7.6 gigs. I can reduce that a little bit, but let's not worry about it now. So I have now, after installing the new 1023 version of Debian for the Lichee Pi 4a, I'm good to go. I was trying to remember if there was something else in the last video that I forgot or skipped over or incorrectly said something about, and I don't remember. And this recording is going to be about 10 minutes. Since I've got you, was there anything else that I need to do? I don't think so. Oh, there is. Let's bring up the web browser. Let me show you where you get the files to install. Still got the problem with the command line flag no sandbox. Let me delete that message. Let's do a search. Search for Lichee Pi 4A. There's a wiki. So you go to the wiki. Go to the, over here to the products, to Lichee Pi or Lichee Pi. Click on it. We want the 4A. Click on it. And we want the Lichee Pi 4A again. And there are a number of sections here. I want to go down to the image summary. So the image summary page shows you that for 2023-10-23, there's version 1.2, author's ZTD, and I forget his name. Update image info and upload new images. So this is the one you want. Oh, here he is. Here's, nope, that's not his name. Okay. Now, here the default images, account, and password configurations are user Debian and Sci-Pi. Root has no password, and I showed you that if you flash the memory, boot up the system, you're automatically logged in as Sci-Pi. You weren't prompted for the password, so I used the substitute user password to change all three accounts, root, Sci-Pi, and Debian. Okay, let's go down here to Debian, section 2.2, and the download links, Mega Cloud Storage. If you do click me there, this will bring you to the little cloud storage for the images. For some reason it's running a little slow. Must be a lot of people updating systems or decrypting. And here you go. There are 3 folders here for the Android, the 1023, and then there's the September version. We want the latest October 23rd. Double click, and there are 4 images here. You can get the basic system, which is only 2 gigabytes or so. And the installation I did was for full. It's 4 gigabytes here in compressed format, but it expands to over 7 and almost 8 gigabytes. You want to go over here where the 3 dots are, left click, it says download, move the mouse over download, and then move over here and do a standard download. And I did this, I had to do this, you can't do it on your Pi 4A because you can't program the ROM when you're using the system. So you're going to have to download these images to another system and then use your USB port to program the flash. One of the things that I did find out is there's a difference between Chromium and Firefox. If I download these images, the zip file and the MD5 file, if if I download those with Firefox, I get an error on the zip file every time. So I had to switch to the Chromium browser to download. I don't know if everybody will have that problem, but on a Debian system, on an AMD 64, I had problems download the image. So it's important that you download the zip file, download the sum, and then do an MD5 sum on the full zip to see if the sum that you generate matches the sum that's in the contents of this file. So that's additional information that you need to be aware of. Okay, I think that's it for this video. I appreciate your time. I hope we'll get back, and I would like to start, I think, investigating assembly language, looking at the RISC-V architecture in a little more detail. One more thing that I did is I changed the name of the system. You do a sudo vi/etc/host name, and you change the name of the system to whatever you want to call it. I just was being funny and said, okay, it's a RISC-V system. I'll just call it Risky. Risky Business. A pun on the movie name. Then when you reboot, the host name takes effect, and so we're all good to go. Again, additional information. Thank you for your time.